In a world overflowing with information and endless learning opportunities, the ability to learn effectively is a superpower. Learn Smarter is your guide to unlocking this superpower, providing you with the tools to master any skill or subject with efficiency and confidence. The traditional education system often falls short of teaching us how to learn, focusing instead on what to learn. This book fills that gap, offering a comprehensive toolkit of proven techniques and strategies to enhance your learning abilities and help you achieve your goals, whether it's excelling in academics, picking up a new hobby, or advancing in your career. Unlock your learning potential. Discover the science of learning and unleash your brain's full potential. Understand the cognitive processes involved in learning to make the most of your time and energy. Master efficient strategies. Learn about the latest techniques backed by scientific research, including spaced repetition, interleaving, and retrieval practice. Apply these methods to accelerate your learning curve and retain information for the long term. Tailor your learning journey. Explore a variety of learning styles and strategies to customize your unique path. Discover how to create an optimal environment for focused learning and overcome common obstacles like procrastination and information overload. Apply to any skill or subject. Whether you're a student, a professional, or a lifelong learner, the techniques in this book are universally applicable. Gain the confidence to take on new challenges and become a master of any skill, from playing an instrument to coding or foreign language proficiency. Knowledge is power, but learning how to learn is the real superpower. Empower yourself with the skills to learn smarter, not harder, and unlock your true potential. This book is your key to unlocking the secrets of efficient learning and achieving success in any field of endeavor. Chapter 1. The Science of Fast Learning. Welcome to the fascinating world of fast learning. In this nonfiction book, we will delve into the science behind rapid knowledge acquisition, exploring techniques and strategies that can revolutionize the way we learn. This chapter will serve as a foundation, uncovering the secrets of fast learning and providing you with a powerful toolkit to enhance your learning journey. Understanding the brain's role in learning. The brain is an incredibly adaptable organ, capable of forming new neural connections throughout our lives. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, forms the basis of fast learning. By understanding how our brains work, we can harness its potential to learn faster and more effectively. Neuroplasticity allows us to rewire our brain by creating and strengthening new neural pathways. Every time we learn something new, our brain forms fresh connections. The more we engage in a particular task or skill, the stronger those connections become, making it easier and faster to retrieve that information in the future. The art of focus and attention. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus is a superpower. To learn quickly, we must first master the art of concentration. This involves training our brains to sustain attention on a single task, filtering out irrelevant stimuli. One effective technique is the Pomodoro technique. It involves working in focused bursts of 25 minutes, known as Pomodoros, followed by short breaks. This helps improve productivity and focus by providing structured time blocks and allowing the brain to recharge. Learning strategies for optimal retention. Understanding the principles of effective learning is crucial for fast knowledge acquisition. Spacing and interleaving are two such strategies that have been proven to enhance learning outcomes. Spacing refers to distributing learning over time. Instead of cramming, spacing involves revisiting the material at increasing intervals, which strengthens memory traces and promotes long-term retention. Interleaving involves mixing up different topics or skills during study sessions. This technique helps the brain form connections between concepts and improves transfer of learning, allowing you to apply knowledge in new contexts. The power of visualization and mental rehearsal. Visualization is a potent tool for fast learning. By creating mental images of the information we want to retain, we activate multiple areas of the brain, enhancing memory and comprehension. Mental rehearsal takes visualization a step further. It involves imagining yourself successfully performing a task or skill, step by step. This technique is especially useful for learning physical activities, public speaking, or any skill where muscle memory and confidence play a crucial role. Sleep and learning. Sleep is vital for consolidating memories and optimizing learning. During sleep, the brain processes and integrates new information, strengthening neural connections. Napping can also boost learning abilities. A short power nap of 20 to 30 minutes can improve alertness and cognitive performance, providing an ideal state for learning new material. The brain is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger and more adaptable it becomes. Unleashing the benefits of multisensory learning. Engaging multiple senses during learning enhances retention and comprehension. Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, movement-based learning styles come together in multisensory approaches, catering to a wider range of learners. For example, when learning a new language, engaging in conversations, auditory, reading texts, visual, and writing, kinesthetic, all contribute to a more robust understanding of the language. The role of emotion in learning. Our emotions play a significant role in the learning process. A positive emotional state enhances our ability to learn, while stress and anxiety can hinder it. To optimize learning, create a positive and relaxed environment. Use positive affirmations and practice mindfulness to reduce anxiety and improve focus. Transfer of learning. Transfer of learning refers to the ability to apply knowledge and skills learned in one context to another. This is a critical aspect of fast learning, as it allows us to leverage existing knowledge to acquire new skills more rapidly. To facilitate transfer of learning, make connections between new and existing knowledge. Look for patterns and similarities, and reflect on how you can apply what you've learned in different situations. The growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset is key to fast learning. This mindset believes that intelligence and abilities can be developed and improved through effort and practice. It stands in contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes that our capabilities are innate and unchangeable. With a growth mindset, challenges and setbacks are viewed as opportunities for growth, fostering resilience and a willingness to embrace new learning experiences. Practice makes permanent. Deliberate practice is essential for mastering any skill. However, it's important to note that practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. If you practice incorrectly, you'll reinforce bad habits. Ensure that you're practicing effectively by seeking feedback, setting specific goals for each practice session, and varying your practice routines to avoid stagnation. Conclusion. In this chapter, we have unveiled the fascinating science behind fast learning, providing a solid foundation for the rest of your journey. By understanding the brain's incredible capacity for learning and adopting the strategies outlined here, you are well on your way to becoming a rapid knowledge acquisition expert. The following chapters will build on this knowledge, offering practical techniques and insights to help you master any skill and accelerate your learning curve. Onwards and upwards. Feel free to provide any feedback or additional word count requirements to tailor this chapter further to your needs. This chapter aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the key concepts and strategies related to fast learning. Chapter 2. How memory works and how to hack it. The human memory is an incredible, complex system that shapes our perception of the world and ourselves. It is the foundation of our knowledge, experiences, and sense of self. Yet, it is far from perfect, and understanding how it functions can give us insight into how we can improve and even hack it to our advantage. This chapter will delve into the fascinating world of memory, exploring its mechanisms, quirks, and potential. The mechanics of memory. At its core, memory is a network of neural connections in the brain. These connections are formed and strengthened through a process called neuroplasticity, which allows the brain to adapt and change throughout our lives. Every time we learn something new or have a unique experience, our brain forms new connections or strengthens existing ones. These connections then become the pathways our brain travels when recalling information or reliving a memory. Encoding. The process of creating these neural connections begins with encoding. This is when we take in information from our senses and convert it into a form that can be stored in the brain. For example, when we meet someone new, we encode their name, appearance, and any other relevant details. The better the encoding process, the stronger the memory will be. Storage. The stored memories are then kept in different types of storage in the brain. One common model suggests 3 types of memory storage: sensory, short-term, and long-term. Sensory memory holds information from our senses for a very brief period, often less than a second. Short-term memory, also known as working memory, is where information is held temporarily while we decide if it's worth committing to long-term storage. Long-term memory is the vast repository of our accumulated knowledge and experiences, which can potentially last a lifetime. Retrieval. Finally, retrieval is the process of accessing and recalling stored memories. This is a complex process that involves multiple brain regions and can be influenced by a variety of factors, such as emotional state, context, and associations. The ease of retrieval depends on how well the memory was encoded and stored, as well as the strength of the neural connections. Dr. David P. Magaha, cognitive neuroscientist, says, "Memory is not a perfect recording device. It is a meaning-making machine." The quirks of memory. One of the most fascinating aspects of memory is its fallibility. Our memories are not static snapshots of the past, but rather dynamic reconstructions that can change over time. This leads to several quirks and phenomena. Forgetting. Forgetting is a natural and inevitable part of memory. It occurs due to various factors such as the decay of neural connections over time, interference from similar memories, or simply failing to retrieve information effectively. Forgetting can be frustrating, but it also serves a purpose, helping us to focus on the most relevant and useful information. False memories. Inaccurate or false memories occur when we remember something that didn't happen or remember it differently from how it occurred. This can be influenced by suggestions from others, our imagination, or even our expectations. False memories highlight the constructive nature of memory and how it is not always a reliable record of the past. The Mandela effect. A fascinating phenomenon where a large group of people share a false memory. For example, many people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he was released in 1990 and passed away in 2013. This effect demonstrates the power of social influence and confirmation bias on our memories. Suggestibility. Our memories can be surprisingly susceptible to suggestion. Post-event information or leading questions can alter our recollection of an event. This is why eyewitness testimonies are not always reliable and why it's important to be cautious when discussing memories with others. Enhancing and hacking memory. Understanding the mechanics and quirks of memory can empower us to enhance and even hack it to our advantage. Here are some strategies and techniques to improve memory and make it work for us. Spaced repetition. This technique involves reviewing information at increasingly longer intervals. For example, reviewing new material after 1 day, then 3 days, then 1 week, and so on. This method takes advantage of the spacing effect, which suggests that we remember things better when we space out our study sessions. Elaborative encoding. This strategy involves creating meaningful associations and connections when encoding new information. For instance, relating new knowledge to something you already know or creating mental images that link to the material. These connections make the memory richer and more robust, making it easier to retrieve later. Use memory palaces. A memory palace, or method of loci, is a mnemonic technique that uses visualization and spatial memory. It involves imagining a familiar place, like your home, and associating pieces of information with different locations or objects in that space. This method takes advantage of the brain's excellent spatial memory and makes recalling information easier. Exercise and sleep. Taking care of your physical health can also improve your memory. Exercise, particularly aerobic exercise, has been shown to enhance cognitive function and improve memory retention. Additionally, adequate sleep is crucial for memory consolidation, the process of strengthening and stabilizing memories during sleep. Reduce cognitive load. Our working memory has a limited capacity, so reducing the cognitive load can help improve memory performance. Break down complex tasks into smaller steps, focus on one thing at a time, and create external memory aids, such as to-do lists or reminders, to free up mental space. The art of forgetting. In a world where we are bombarded with information and experiences, sometimes the art of forgetting is just as important as remembering. Not all memories are created equal, and some can be detrimental to our well-being. Forgetting as a healing process. Forgetting can be a natural and healthy part of moving on from traumatic or negative experiences. It allows us to let go of the past and focus on the present and future. While it's important to process and learn from difficult events, holding on to every painful memory can be burdensome and hinder our growth. Intentional forgetting. Just as we can use techniques to enhance memory, we can also employ strategies for intentional forgetting. This might involve avoiding triggers associated with unwanted memories, practicing distraction or substitution techniques, or undergoing cognitive behavioral therapy to change our relationship with specific memories. The benefits of a forgotten past. Forgetting can also be a collective process, with societies and cultures sometimes choosing to forget or downplay certain historical events or practices. While this can be problematic when it leads to a denial of important truths, it can also allow for a fresh start and a focus on a more positive future. Conclusion. Memory is a fascinating and complex system that shapes our understanding of the world and ourselves. By recognizing its mechanisms and quirks, we can learn to work with our memory rather than against it. Through a combination of understanding, enhancing, and even forgetting, we can harness the power of memory to improve our lives and pursue our goals more effectively. The next time you find yourself struggling to remember something, remember that it's not a passive process, and take control of your memory with the knowledge and techniques outlined in this chapter. Chapter 3. Spaced Repetition Demystified. In the realm of memory improvement and learning, few techniques are as potent and well-regarded as spaced repetition. This chapter will delve into the intricacies of this powerful method, offering a comprehensive guide to understanding and utilizing spaced repetition for optimal learning outcomes. What is spaced repetition? Spaced repetition is a learning technique that incorporates increasing intervals of time between subsequent review of previously learned material in order to exploit the psychological spacing effect. At its core, spaced repetition is a strategy that recognizes and leverages the fact that our brains have a better recall ability when information is reviewed at gradually increasing intervals. The technique aims to optimize the learning process by scheduling reviews at precisely the right moments, ensuring that the learner spends their time efficiently and effectively. The science behind spaced repetition. The effectiveness of spaced repetition is rooted in cognitive psychology and our understanding of how memory works. Our brains are constantly forming and strengthening neural connections, which form the basis of our memories. When we learn something new, a neural pathway is created, but it is initially weak and fragile. The forgetting curve. One of the key principles that spaced repetition addresses is the forgetting curve, a concept introduced by the German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus in the 19th century. The forgetting curve illustrates that without review, we tend to forget a significant portion of new information within the first 24 hours, and this rate of forgetting gradually decreases over time. Spaced repetition and the spacing effect. Spaced repetition counters the forgetting curve by taking advantage of the spacing effect, which refers to our improved ability to recall information when it is reviewed at spaced-out intervals, as opposed to cramming or mass practice. The spacing effect suggests that we are more likely to remember information over the long term if we revisit it at increasing intervals, such as a few hours, a day, 3 days, a week, and so on. How spaced repetition works in practice. Now let's explore how spaced repetition translates into practical learning strategies. Flashcards and spaced repetition software. One of the most popular ways to implement spaced repetition is through the use of flashcards, either physical or digital. Spaced repetition software, SRS, takes care of the timing and scheduling for you, presenting flashcards for review at optimal intervals. SRS algorithms. SRS algorithms vary, but most are based on the Leitner system, which uses a series of boxes to organize flashcards. Cards are moved to subsequent boxes based on whether you answered correctly or not. The more boxes a card progresses through, the longer the interval before it is reviewed again. More sophisticated algorithms, like the SuperMemo algorithm, factor in additional variables such as ease of recall and the user's response time. Creating your own spaced repetition system. If you prefer a more hands-on approach or are unable to use SRS software, you can create your own spaced repetition system. This might involve creating physical flashcards and organizing them into boxes or folders based on a Leitner-style system. You can also adapt the concept to other forms of learning, such as reviewing notes or rereading textbook chapters at increasing intervals. Tips for maximizing the benefits of spaced repetition. To get the most out of spaced repetition, consider the following strategies. Start with well-formed questions. The quality of your flashcards or review materials will impact the effectiveness of spaced repetition. Ensure that each flashcard contains a well-formed question or prompt, and that the answer is complete and accurate. Vague or ambiguous questions can hinder the learning process. Understand the difference between recognition and recall. Spaced repetition is most effective when it requires active recall, which means retrieving information from memory without cues or prompts. Recognizing information is easier and does not engage your memory as deeply. Thus, flashcards that require you to generate an answer are more beneficial than simply recognizing the correct answer from a multiple-choice format. Make it personal. Try to personalize your flashcards or review materials by incorporating your own associations, examples, and mnemonics. The more you can engage your own experiences and interests, the stronger the neural connections will be, and the easier it will be to recall the information. Keep up with reviews. Consistency is key with spaced repetition. Ensure that you keep up with your scheduled reviews to maintain the integrity of the system. If you fall behind, it's better to reset and start over than to try and catch up with a large backlog of reviews. Combine with other learning techniques. Spaced repetition is a powerful tool, but it works best in conjunction with other learning strategies. Combine it with the use of memory palaces, mnemonics, and active learning techniques for even better results. Spaced repetition in different learning contexts. Spaced repetition can be applied to a wide variety of learning contexts, not just rote memorization tasks. Language learning. Spaced repetition is a popular technique for learning vocabulary in a new language. SRS software can be particularly effective here, as it can incorporate audio and images to enhance learning. Academic studies. For students studying complex subjects like history, science, or mathematics, spaced repetition can be used to retain key facts, formulas, and concepts. It can also help with understanding overarching themes and ideas by spacing out reviews of related topics. Professional development. In a professional context, spaced repetition can be used to learn industry-specific terminology, regulations, or procedures. It can also be applied to skill building, such as sales techniques or project management methodologies. Common misconceptions and pitfalls. Despite its effectiveness, spaced repetition is not without its pitfalls and misconceptions. Understanding these will help you use the technique more effectively. Spaced repetition is not a silver bullet. Spaced repetition is a powerful tool for memorization and retention, but it should be viewed as one component of a comprehensive learning strategy. It does not replace the need for deep understanding, critical thinking, or the application of knowledge. Over-reliance on recognition. Some spaced repetition systems, particularly those that use multiple-choice formats, can encourage recognition rather than active recall. As mentioned earlier, recognition is a weaker form of memory, so it's important to design your flashcards or review materials with active recall in mind. Not accounting for understanding. Spaced repetition works best when the learner has a solid grasp of the underlying concepts. If you try to use spaced repetition to memorize facts or information that you don't fully understand, you may end up with a collection of disconnected facts that are difficult to apply or contextualize. Conclusion. Spaced repetition is a potent tool for anyone seeking to improve their memory and enhance their learning capabilities. By understanding the science behind the technique and implementing it effectively, learners can optimize their time and effort, leading to long-term retention and a deeper understanding of the material. In the following chapters, we will explore additional memory improvement techniques and strategies that complement spaced repetition, offering a comprehensive toolkit for anyone seeking to unlock their full cognitive potential. Chapter 4. Mind Mapping for Better Thinking. Introduction to Mind Mapping. Mind mapping is a versatile technique that can enhance your thinking and improve your understanding of complex information. It involves creating a visual map that represents ideas and their interconnected relationships. This simple yet powerful tool can revolutionize the way you think, learn, and create. In this chapter, we will delve into the benefits of mind mapping, and provide a step-by-step guide to help you master this technique. You will discover how mind mapping can boost your creativity, problem-solving skills, and memory retention, making it an invaluable asset in your personal and professional life. Understanding the benefits of mind mapping. Improved understanding and memory retention. Mind maps utilize visual organization, keywords, and branching structures, which mirror the brain's natural thinking patterns. This stimulates the brain and improves information recall. The visual layout of mind maps also aids in understanding complex topics by breaking them down into digestible chunks, making it easier to identify patterns and connections. Enhanced creativity and idea generation. The nonlinear format of mind mapping encourages free-flowing thoughts and stimulates creative thinking. By capturing and visually organizing ideas, you can make novel connections and develop unique insights. Mind mapping provides a canvas for brainstorming without constraints, fostering an environment conducive to innovation. Better problem-solving and decision-making. Mind maps excel at providing a holistic view of a problem or decision, enabling you to consider multiple factors and their relationships. This visual approach helps identify underlying issues, potential solutions, and the impact of various choices. By mapping out problems and decisions, you can analyze them from different angles, leading to more informed and effective solutions. Effective note-taking and study tool. Mind maps are ideal for condensing and organizing information from books, lectures, or meetings. They allow you to capture key points and create a visual summary, making it easier to review and retain the information. The hierarchical structure of mind maps facilitates the identification of main ideas and their supporting details, enhancing your understanding and memory retention. Step-by-step guide to mind mapping. 1. Choose your topic and title. Select a central theme or topic for your mind map. It could be a problem you want to solve, a project you're working on, or a topic you want to learn or teach. Give your mind map a concise and descriptive title, placed in the center of your canvas. 2. Start with the main branches. Brainstorm the main ideas or themes related to your topic. These will become the primary branches radiating from the central title. Aim for 4 to 6 main branches to provide a good framework for further development. Use images or colors to make these branches stand out and represent the theme effectively. 3. Add subbranches and keywords. From each main branch, extend subbranches to represent more specific ideas or details. These subbranches can have additional subbranches to create a hierarchical structure. Use keywords or short phrases on these branches to capture the essence of each idea, keeping the map concise and visually appealing. 4. Connect and organize ideas. Mind mapping is a flexible process, so feel free to rearrange and connect branches to show relationships between ideas. Use lines, arrows, or different colors to indicate these connections. You can also group similar ideas or create categories to organize your map effectively. 5. Incorporate visuals and associations. Enhance your mind map with images, icons, and colors to make it more engaging and memorable. Visual elements can represent ideas, convey emotions, or simply make your map aesthetically pleasing. You can also add associations or examples to your branches to provide context and deepen your understanding of the topic. 6. Review and refine. Step back and review your mind map. Look for any gaps or missing connections and refine it as needed. You can also add notes or additional information in the form of a legend or key. Ensure your mind map remains balanced and well-structured, with a clear hierarchy of ideas. 7. Utilize mind mapping software. While hand-drawn mind maps are excellent for quick brainstorming, consider using mind mapping software for more complex projects or long-term reference. Digital tools offer flexibility, allowing you to easily edit, reorganize, and format your maps. They also provide a range of templates, icons, and formatting options to create professional-looking mind maps. Best practices and tips for effective mind mapping. Keep it simple. Start with a basic structure and build upon it. Avoid overcomplicating your mind map with excessive details or visuals. Focus on capturing the key ideas and relationships. Use color and images. Incorporate color coding to differentiate themes or ideas. Visual elements like images, icons, or diagrams can enhance comprehension and make your mind maps more engaging. Be creative and free-flowing. Mind mapping is a creative process. Allow your thoughts to flow freely and make unconventional connections. Don't be afraid to experiment and break away from linear thinking. Use a variety of branches. Mind maps can have various types of branches, including idea branches, action branches, and resource branches. Idea branches capture thoughts. Action branches indicate tasks or steps, and resource branches list people, books, or tools related to the topic. Make it personal. Mind maps are a reflection of your unique thought process. Personalize them with your style, humor, and associations. This will make the content more relatable and memorable for you. Review and update. Mind maps are living documents that can evolve as your thoughts and knowledge grow. Regularly review and update your mind maps to refine your understanding and capture new insights. Applying mind mapping in different scenarios. Mind mapping for project planning. When planning a project, use mind mapping to define the scope, goals, tasks, and resources. Start with the project title as the central theme and create branches for key areas like timeline, budget, team members, and deliverables. From there, add sub-branches to outline specific tasks, deadlines, and dependencies. This visual approach will help you identify potential bottlenecks or resource conflicts early on. Mind mapping for learning and studying. Mind mapping is an effective way to condense and organize information when studying. Start with a central concept or topic and create branches for main ideas. Then add sub-branches for supporting details, examples, and definitions. Include images, diagrams, or formulas to enhance your understanding and memory retention. You can also use different colors to categorize information or highlight important points. Mind mapping for creative writing. Mind maps can be a powerful tool for writers to develop characters, plot lines, and settings. Start with a central theme, such as a story idea or a character profile, and create branches for different aspects like character traits, motivations, conflicts, or settings. Add sub-branches for specific events, dialogues, or descriptions. Mind mapping allows you to visually organize your story elements and explore creative connections, making the writing process more fluid and intuitive. Conclusion. Mind mapping is a versatile and powerful technique that enhances thinking, creativity, and understanding. By visually organizing ideas and their relationships, you can unlock new insights, make better decisions, and improve memory retention. Whether you're planning a project, studying for an exam, or embarking on a creative endeavor, mind mapping provides a structured yet flexible framework to capture and develop your thoughts. Embrace this technique to elevate your thinking and unlock your full cognitive potential. In the following chapters, we will explore specific applications of mind mapping in various contexts, providing practical examples and strategies to harness the full power of this remarkable thinking tool. Chapter 5. Active Recall, the Hidden Superpower. Unlocking the potential of your brain. Learning is not a passive activity. It requires engagement and an active mindset to truly benefit from the process. This is where the concept of active recall comes into play, a powerful tool to enhance your memory and understanding. Plutarch says, "The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be ignited." This quote encapsulates the essence of active recall. It's not about passively absorbing information. It's about igniting your mind to actively retrieve and engage with that information. What is active recall? Active recall is the process of retrieving information from your memory without any prompts or cues. It involves actively engaging with the material you've learned, rather than simply rereading or reviewing it. By forcing your brain to actively participate in the learning process, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with that knowledge, making it easier to recall and apply in the future. Bullet benefits. Improves long-term memory retention. Active recall helps solidify information in your long-term memory, making it easier to retrieve when needed. Enhances understanding. By actively engaging with the material, you develop a deeper understanding of the concepts, fostering a more meaningful learning experience. Increases critical thinking skills. Active recall encourages you to make connections and draw inferences, sharpening your critical thinking abilities. Boosts confidence. The more you practice recalling information, the more confident you become in your ability to remember and apply what you've learned. The science behind it. The brain is an incredibly complex organ, and its memory functions are particularly fascinating. When you learn something new, your brain forms new neural connections. These connections are like pathways that allow information to travel from one neuron to another. The more you reinforce these pathways, the stronger they become, making it easier for your brain to retrieve the information. The forgetting curve. One of the key challenges in learning is overcoming the forgetting curve. This curve illustrates how we tend to forget information over time if we don't actively try to retain it. German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus first described this phenomenon in the late 19th century. His research showed that without active review, we tend to forget a significant portion of what we learn within days or weeks. However, the forgetting curve also demonstrates that spaced repetition and active recall can significantly reduce this knowledge decay. By actively engaging with the material at increasing intervals, you can move the information from short-term to long-term memory, making it easier to retrieve when needed. Techniques to implement active recall. Testing yourself. One of the most effective ways to practice active recall is by testing yourself. Create flashcards, use online quiz platforms, or simply cover up parts of your notes and try to recall the information. By testing yourself, you mimic the conditions of an actual exam or situation where you need to retrieve the knowledge, making the learning process more effective. Teaching others. Explaining a concept to someone else is a powerful form of active recall. When you teach, you must organize your thoughts, simplify complex ideas, and connect the dots for your audience. This process solidifies your understanding and helps identify any gaps in your knowledge. Writing summaries. Writing concise summaries of what you've learned is an excellent way to engage in active recall. Try to outline the key points without referring to your notes. This forces your brain to actively search for the information, strengthening the neural pathways associated with that knowledge. Using memory palaces. A memory palace, or the method of loci, is a technique that involves associating information with familiar physical locations. For example, you can imagine walking through your house and associating each room with a specific piece of information. This technique leverages the power of spatial memory to enhance your recall abilities. Spaced repetition for long-term retention. Spaced repetition is a learning technique that utilizes increasing intervals of time between subsequent review of previously learned material. This method takes advantage of the spacing effect, which suggests that information is better retained when it is reviewed at gradually widening time intervals. Implementing spaced repetition. Start by reviewing the material shortly after you've learned it. This could be as simple as rereading your notes a few hours later. Then, gradually increase the time intervals between reviews. For example, you might review the material again a day later, then 3 days later, then a week later, and so on. As you space out your review sessions, the information becomes more firmly entrenched in your long-term memory, reducing the likelihood of forgetting. Tools for spaced repetition. Flashcard apps. There are numerous apps available that utilize spaced repetition algorithms to present you with flashcards at optimal intervals. These apps adapt to your learning pace, showing you cards more frequently if you struggle with a particular concept. Spaced repetition software. Similar to flashcard apps, spaced repetition software can be used for learning languages, trivia, or any other body of knowledge. These tools often include additional features such as memory games and progress tracking. Applying active recall in different scenarios. Active recall is a versatile technique that can be applied to various learning scenarios. Studying for exams. When studying for exams, active recall techniques can be incredibly beneficial. Instead of simply rereading your notes, try creating practice questions or using flashcards to test your knowledge. By actively engaging with the material, you'll be better prepared to answer questions on the exam. Learning a new skill. Whether you're learning to code, play an instrument, or develop a new hobby, active recall can enhance your learning process. For example, if you're learning to code, try writing code snippets from memory or explaining the logic behind a particular function to a friend. Language learning. Active recall is particularly useful when learning a new language. Instead of solely relying on memorization, Try having conversations or writing short stories using the new vocabulary and grammar structures you've learned. This will help you internalize the language and improve your communication skills. Professional development. In a professional context, active recall can be applied to enhance your performance. For instance, if you're in a leadership role, actively recall important points from a training session or book you've read, and consider how you can implement those ideas in your workplace. Overcoming common challenges. Implementing active recall as a regular part of your learning routine may come with certain challenges. Lack of time. Active recall can feel time-consuming, especially when you're first starting out. However, it's important to remember that this technique leads to more efficient learning in the long run. By spending a little extra time now, you'll retain information better and need fewer reviews in the future. Fear of forgetting. It can be intimidating to test yourself without the safety net of your notes. You might worry that you'll draw a blank and forget everything. However, this is a normal part of the learning process. Embrace these moments as opportunities to identify gaps in your knowledge and focus your efforts on improving those areas. Feeling uncomfortable. Active recall might push you out of your comfort zone, especially if you're used to more passive learning methods. It's important to recognize that discomfort is often a sign of growth. Embrace the challenge, and you'll develop a more resilient and adaptable mindset. Final thoughts. Active recall is a powerful tool that can revolutionize the way you learn. By engaging your brain in the learning process, you unlock its full potential, enhancing your memory and understanding. Through active recall and spaced repetition, you can move information from short-term to long-term memory, making it easily accessible when you need it. As you continue your learning journey, embrace the power of active recall and watch as your knowledge and confidence soar to new heights. In the next chapter, we will delve into specific strategies for optimizing your learning environment, creating the ideal conditions for effective learning and retention. Stay tuned. Chapter 6. Focus. How to eliminate mental clutter. In our fast-paced and technology-driven world, mental clutter is an ever-present challenge. We are constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and demands on our time and attention. This chapter will delve into the importance of focus and provide practical strategies to help you eliminate mental clutter, improve your concentration, and enhance your productivity. Understand the impact of mental clutter. Mental clutter refers to the overload of thoughts, tasks, and information that constantly compete for our attention. It can manifest as a crowded mind, an endless to-do list, or a sense of being pulled in multiple directions at once. This clutter can lead to feelings of overwhelm, anxiety, and stress, hindering our ability to focus and perform at our best. Diminished productivity. Mental clutter can cause us to become easily distracted, making it difficult to complete tasks efficiently. We may find ourselves jumping from one task to another without fully committing to any, leading to decreased productivity and increased procrastination. Increased stress and anxiety. A cluttered mind can contribute to heightened stress and anxiety levels. When our minds are filled with a never-ending stream of thoughts and worries, it becomes challenging to find moments of calm and relaxation. Impaired decision-making. Decision fatigue is a real consequence of mental clutter. When our brains are overloaded with information and choices, we may find it harder to make even simple decisions, let alone complex ones. Reduced creativity. A cluttered mind struggles to make space for creativity and innovation. When our thoughts are crowded and disorganized, it becomes difficult to explore new ideas and think outside the box. Identify sources of mental clutter. To effectively eliminate mental clutter, it's essential to identify its sources. Take some time to reflect on the following areas of your life and pinpoint specific triggers that contribute to a crowded and chaotic mind. Information overload. Are you constantly consuming information from multiple sources? This could include endless scrolling on social media, checking news websites frequently, or subscribing to numerous email newsletters. Technology distractions, notifications, alerts, and the constant buzz of our devices can be significant sources of mental clutter. Every ping and flash compete for our attention, disrupting our focus and pulling us in different directions. Unorganized thoughts and tasks. When thoughts and tasks are swirling around in your head with no clear structure, it can feel overwhelming. Writing them down or using a task management system can help bring order to the chaos. Multitasking. While it may feel productive, multitasking often leads to mental clutter. Switching rapidly between tasks can fragment our focus and make it challenging to give our full attention to anything. Unnecessary commitments. Overcommitting to obligations and responsibilities can clutter our schedules and our minds. Saying yes to everything leaves little room for focused, quality work or downtime. Strategies to enhance focus and eliminate mental clutter. Now that you've identified the sources of your mental clutter, it's time to implement strategies to clear the chaos and improve your focus. Declutter your digital life. Minimize the number of apps and websites you use regularly. Unfollow or mute accounts on social media that don't bring value or inspiration. Utilize Do Not Disturb modes and schedule specific times to check emails or messages to reduce the constant influx of notifications. Create structured to-do lists. Write down your tasks and thoughts in a structured manner. Use task management apps or a simple pen and paper to create categorized lists. Break down larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This helps to visually organize your commitments and reduces the mental burden of remembering everything. Practice monotasking. Focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention. Set clear boundaries and allocate specific time slots for different tasks. When you dedicate your energy to a single activity, you're more likely to complete it efficiently and effectively. Meditate and breathe. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Meditation helps to calm the mind, improve focus, and increase self-awareness. Even a few minutes of deep breathing exercises can help clear mental clutter and bring a sense of calm. Set clear goals and priorities. Define your goals and prioritize your commitments. Be intentional about how you allocate your time and energy. Regularly review your schedule and to-do list, ensuring they align with your priorities and values. Learn to say no to non-essential tasks or delegate when possible. Create a conducive environment. Design a workspace that promotes focus and minimizes distractions. Keep your desk organized and free from clutter, and consider using noise-canceling headphones or white noise to create a calm and productive atmosphere. Take breaks and rest. Allow your mind to rest and recharge. Step away from your work at regular intervals to stretch, get some fresh air, or engage in a short mindfulness exercise. Taking breaks helps to prevent mental fatigue and improves your ability to focus when you return to the task at hand. Implement a worry dump practice. If worries and anxious thoughts contribute to your mental clutter, set aside a specific time each day for a worry dump. Write down all your concerns and anxieties during this designated period. By externalizing these thoughts, you can gain perspective and free up mental space. Use time blocking. Schedule your day in blocks of time dedicated to specific tasks or themes. This technique helps to create a sense of structure and ensures you're allocating sufficient time to different areas of your life and work. Seek accountability. Share your goals and plans with a trusted friend or colleague who can hold you accountable. Regular check-ins can help you stay on track and motivated, especially when you're working towards breaking old habits and building new, focused ones. Final thoughts. Eliminating mental clutter is an ongoing practice, and it requires commitment and consistency. By understanding the impact of a crowded mind and identifying the specific triggers that lead to mental clutter, you can strategically apply the techniques outlined in this chapter. Remember, focus is a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened over time, leading to improved productivity, reduced stress, and enhanced overall well-being. Chapter 7. The Pomodoro Strategy for Learning Sprints. In this chapter, we will delve into an effective time management technique known as the Pomodoro Strategy and explore how it can be leveraged to maximize productivity and enhance learning during focused study sprints. Understanding the Pomodoro Strategy. The Pomodoro Strategy is a time management technique developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s. It is named after the tomato-shaped kitchen timer, Pomodoro, which Cirillo used while studying at university. The strategy involves breaking down tasks into short, focused intervals, separated by short breaks, with longer breaks at regular intervals. At its core, the Pomodoro strategy is based on the principle of working with time, rather than struggling against it. It recognizes that the brain can only maintain concentrated effort for a limited period before it needs a respite. By embracing this natural rhythm, the strategy enables individuals to make steady progress on tasks while maintaining a high level of focus and minimizing distractions. Benefits of the Pomodoro strategy for learning. Applying the Pomodoro strategy to learning sprints offers several advantages. Improved focus and concentration. The structured format of the Pomodoro technique trains your mind to focus intensely during the work intervals. By setting a clear time frame, you create a sense of urgency, which helps to sharpen your attention and prevent procrastination. Enhanced productivity. By breaking down tasks into manageable chunks, the Pomodoro strategy helps you make steady progress. The short breaks in between work intervals provide an opportunity to reflect and internalize the information, leading to better retention and understanding. Increased energy and motivation. The regular breaks built into the Pomodoro strategy help to prevent mental fatigue. Short respites allow your mind to recharge, boosting your energy levels and motivation to continue tackling the task at hand. Better time management. This strategy encourages a mindful approach to time allocation. By setting clear time boundaries, you become more aware of how long tasks actually take, helping you to plan and prioritize your time effectively and avoid the pitfalls of underestimating or overcommitting. Reduced stress and anxiety. The Pomodoro strategy provides a structured framework that helps to alleviate feelings of overwhelm. By breaking tasks into manageable segments, you gain a sense of control and make steady progress, reducing stress and improving overall well-being. Implementing the Pomodoro strategy for learning sprints. To effectively utilize the Pomodoro strategy for learning sprints, follow these steps. Define your task. Begin by clearly defining the task or topic you wish to focus on during your learning sprint. It could be completing a set of practice questions, reading a chapter from a textbook, or creating flashcards for a particular subject. Having a well-defined task will help you stay focused and ensure productive use of your time. Set up your workspace. Create a conducive environment for studying by setting up a quiet, well-lit workspace. Remove potential distractions like electronic devices, unless necessary for your task, and ensure you have all the materials you need within easy reach. A comfortable and organized workspace will help you stay focused and minimize interruptions. Determine your work interval. The standard Pomodoro interval is 25 minutes, known as a Pomodoro. However, you can adjust this duration to suit your personal preferences and the nature of the task. For tasks requiring intense concentration, you may opt for shorter intervals, while longer durations can be used for tasks that benefit from sustained focus. Experiment to find the optimal interval that allows you to work productively without burning out. Set a timer. Use a timer to keep track of your work and break intervals. There are numerous timer apps available that are specifically designed for the Pomodoro technique, offering customizable intervals, break reminders, and even productivity analytics. Alternatively, a simple kitchen timer or the timer function on your phone will also suffice. Work on the task. Once the timer starts, focus solely on the task at hand. Dive into the material, engage with it actively, and strive for understanding. If distracting thoughts or tasks come to mind, jot them down quickly and then return your attention to the present task. Remember, the goal is to work with intense focus during this interval, making the most of your time and energy. Take a short break. When the timer signals the end of the work interval, take a short break. The standard short break duration is 5 minutes. During this time, step away from your workspace, stretch your legs, and give your mind a brief respite. Avoid engaging in demanding tasks or checking social media, as this can disrupt your focus. Instead, use this time to relax and recharge, preparing for the next work interval. Repeat the cycle. After the short break, it's time to dive back into another work interval. Set the timer again and continue where you left off, or move on to the next task or subtopic within your learning sprint. Aim for a few cycles of work and short breaks to make significant progress on your task. Take a longer break. After 3 or 4 work intervals, typically after 2 to 3 hours of focused work, take an extended break, usually lasting around 15 to 30 minutes. This longer break is an opportunity to truly refresh and re-energize yourself. Engage in activities that replenish your mental and physical energy, such as taking a walk, doing some light exercise, having a healthy snack, or simply relaxing in a quiet space. Review and reflect. During your longer breaks, take a few minutes to review and reflect on your progress. Assess what you have accomplished so far, how well you understood the material, and what you could improve upon. This review process helps to reinforce learning, identify areas that require further attention, and keep you motivated by acknowledging your progress. Repeat the process. After your longer break, you can choose to continue with the same task or switch to a different subject or topic, depending on your study plan. Repeat the cycle of work intervals and breaks, continually refining and improving your focus and understanding. Optimizing your learning sprints with the Pomodoro strategy. To get the most out of the Pomodoro strategy, consider the following tips. Start small. If you're new to the Pomodoro technique, begin with shorter work intervals and gradually increase the duration as you build your focus muscle. Starting small helps you develop discipline and avoid mental fatigue. Customize your intervals. Adjust the work and break intervals to suit your personal preferences and energy levels. Some people thrive with shorter, intense bursts, while others prefer longer stretches of focused work. Experiment to find the optimal intervals that work best for you. Eliminate distractions. Minimize potential distractions as much as possible. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary browser tabs, and inform those around you of your focused study time. A calm and distraction-free environment will enhance your productivity and help you make the most of each work interval. Stay consistent. Consistency is key to mastering the Pomodoro strategy. Aim to incorporate it into your regular study routine. Over time, it will become a natural habit, and you'll find yourself more productive and efficient in tackling learning tasks. Use breaks strategically. Make the most of your break times. If you're feeling mentally fatigued, take a short walk or do some light stretching to refresh your mind. If your energy levels are dipping, a healthy snack and a glass of water can help rejuvenate you. Use longer breaks to catch up on any pending tasks or personal errands, so they don't distract you during your focused work time. Avoid multitasking. Resist the urge to juggle multiple tasks during your work intervals. Monotasking, or focusing on one task at a time, is a key principle of the Pomodoro strategy. By giving your undivided attention to a single task, you can achieve deeper focus and make more significant progress. Review and adjust. Periodically assess your progress and make adjustments as needed. Reflect on what's working well and what could be improved. Fine-tune your approach to find the right balance between work and breaks, and continually optimize your learning sprints for maximum effectiveness. Final thoughts. The Pomodoro strategy is a powerful tool for enhancing productivity and focus during learning sprints. By embracing structured work intervals and strategic breaks, you can make steady progress while maintaining high energy and motivation levels. Remember, effective time management is a skill that requires practice and refinement. Be patient with yourself as you adopt this technique, and soon enough, it will become second nature, leading to improved learning outcomes and a more productive study routine. In the next chapter, we will shift our focus to another essential aspect of learning sprints: active learning strategies. We will explore techniques to engage more deeply with the material, enhancing comprehension and retention for long-term success. Chapter 8. Smart Note-Taking, from Passive to Active. Note-taking is a fundamental skill for any learner, and it can make or break your understanding of a subject. This chapter will explore strategies to take smart notes that enhance your learning and retention, helping you move from passive to active engagement with the material. Understanding the purpose of note-taking. Note-taking is not simply about transcribing information. It is a tool to aid comprehension, synthesis, and critical thinking. Effective note-taking should help you process information. Taking notes helps you process and make sense of new information. It encourages active engagement with the material, improving focus and understanding. Retain knowledge. Well-organized notes serve as a memory aid, helping you recall information long after you've learned it. They provide a structured framework to store and retrieve knowledge efficiently. Identify key concepts. The process of note-taking forces you to identify the most important concepts, ideas, and connections within the material. It helps you distinguish core principles from supporting details. Facilitate review. Notes provide a concise summary of the subject matter, making it easier to review and refresh your memory. They act as a quick reference guide, saving time when revisiting topics. Promote critical thinking. Effective note-taking encourages critical analysis and synthesis of information. It helps you make connections, identify patterns, and develop a deeper understanding of the subject. Passive versus active note-taking. The traditional approach to note-taking often involves passively transcribing information, whether from a lecture, book, or other sources. This method, however, has its limitations. Limited engagement. Passive note-taking can lead to a shallow level of engagement, where the focus is on writing down words without fully processing their meaning. Lack of understanding. Transcribing information verbatim can result in a lack of comprehension, as the note-taker may fail to interpret and internalize the material. Poor retention. Notes that are merely copied down are less likely to be retained in memory. Without active processing, the information remains superficial and is easily forgotten. Active note-taking, on the other hand, involves critical thinking, synthesis, and organization of information. It requires engagement with the material and encourages a deeper level of understanding. Critical analysis. Active note-takers process information critically, evaluating and interpreting it rather than merely transcribing. They ask questions, identify key concepts, and make connections. Synthesis and organization. This approach involves organizing information in a structured and meaningful way. Active note-takers summarize, paraphrase, and create hierarchies of information, making it easier to understand and recall. Personalized understanding. By engaging actively with the material, note-takers develop their own interpretations and insights, leading to a more personalized and deeper understanding of the subject matter. Strategies for smart note-taking. Here are some practical strategies to enhance your note-taking skills and make the process more active and effective. Use the Cornell method. The Cornell method is a widely used note-taking system that divides your paper or digital document into 3 sections: the Q column, notes section, and summary area. The Q column is for keywords and questions. The notes section is for main ideas and key points, and the summary area is for a concise review of the content. This method encourages active engagement and facilitates review. Paraphrase and summarize. Instead of transcribing information word for word, paraphrase and summarize in your own words. This forces you to process and understand the material, improving comprehension and retention. Focus on capturing the main ideas and supporting them with key details. Ask questions. Actively engage with the material by asking questions. Write down any queries that come to mind as you take notes, and try to find answers as you continue learning. This promotes critical thinking and helps identify areas that require further exploration or clarification. Use visual aids. Incorporate visual elements into your notes, such as diagrams, flowcharts, mind maps, or concept maps. Visual aids help to visualize connections, hierarchies, and relationships within the information. They can simplify complex concepts and provide a quick reference for review. Highlight key points. Identify and highlight the most important concepts, ideas, or facts. Use bold fonts, italics, underlining, or color coding to make these stand out. This technique helps to quickly identify the most relevant information during review and reinforces your understanding of the material. Connect ideas. Look for connections between different pieces of information. Use arrows, numbers, or bullet points to show how concepts relate to each other. This helps to build a mental framework and enhances your understanding of the subject as a whole. Review and edit. Regularly review and edit your notes. Set aside time after each session to go over your notes, clarify any unclear points, and fill in any gaps. Editing improves the organization and structure of your notes, making them more concise and coherent. Use digital tools. Take advantage of digital note-taking apps and software that offer advanced features such as search functions, tagging, and synchronization across devices. These tools can help you organize and retrieve information more efficiently, and some even offer optical character recognition, OCR, for handwritten notes. Example: active note-taking in practice. Imagine you are attending a lecture on the history of the Roman Empire. A passive note-taking approach might involve writing down everything the professor says, resulting in a lengthy and disorganized transcript. In contrast, an active note-taker would listen for key concepts, summarize main ideas, and ask questions for clarification. They might use the Cornell method, dividing their page into sections for cues, notes, and a summary. Cue column. Keywords like Roman Empire, Julius Caesar, Senate, and conquests could be listed in the cue column, providing a quick reference for important terms. Notes section. This section would include summarized points from the lecture, focusing on the professor's main arguments and supporting details. For instance, Julius Caesar's rise to power, military campaigns, political alliances, and reforms. Senate's role and power struggles. Summary area. The summary area could highlight the lecture's key takeaway, such as the Roman Empire's foundation was shaped by the interplay of military conquests, political maneuvering, and the influence of key figures like Julius Caesar. By actively engaging with the lecture, the note-taker not only captures the information but also develops a deeper understanding of the relationships and significance of the events discussed. Conclusion. Smart note-taking is an essential skill for learners aiming to comprehend and retain information effectively. By adopting an active approach to note-taking, you can enhance your engagement with the material, improve comprehension, and facilitate long-term retention. The strategies outlined in this chapter provide a framework to transform passive transcription into an active process of critical thinking, synthesis, and organization. With practice, you will develop notes that serve as powerful tools for learning and knowledge retention. In the next chapter, we will explore another crucial aspect of learning: how to create an effective study environment that maximizes focus and productivity. Chapter 9. Digital tools that supercharge learning. In this era of rapid technological advancement, we are fortunate to have access to an array of digital tools that can revolutionize the way we learn. This chapter will explore some of the most powerful and innovative digital tools and platforms that can supercharge your learning journey. The benefits of digital learning tools. Accessibility. Digital learning tools break down barriers and allow anyone with an internet connection to access a wealth of knowledge. Whether you live in a remote area or have a busy schedule, these tools offer flexibility and convenience. Interactivity. Many digital platforms engage users through interactivity, making learning a dynamic and enjoyable experience. This can increase motivation and encourage active participation in one's learning journey. Personalization. These tools often allow for personalized learning experiences, adapting to an individual's needs, pace, and interests. This ensures that learners can maximize their potential and achieve their unique goals. Community. Digital learning platforms often foster a sense of community, connecting learners with like-minded individuals from all over the world. This can lead to valuable collaborations, insights, and a supportive network. Online course platforms. Coursera. Coursera is a leading online learning platform that partners with top universities and organizations worldwide to offer a vast array of courses. From computer science to business, and arts to personal development, Coursera covers a wide range of subjects. The platform provides structured courses with video lectures, readings, quizzes, and sometimes peer-reviewed assignments. You can choose to audit courses for free or pay a fee for a certificate upon completion. edX. edX is a nonprofit online learning destination founded by Harvard and MIT. It offers a similar range of courses to Coursera with a focus on quality and academic rigor. edX also provides professional education and MicroMasters programs, which are a series of graduate-level courses that can lead to academic credit. Like Coursera, edX offers both free and paid options. Udemy. With over 155,000 courses, Udemy is a massive open online course provider that covers a wide range of topics. The courses are created by individual experts and professionals, offering a more diverse and personalized learning experience. While some courses are free, most have a fee, but discounts are often available. Udemy is known for its practical, skill-based courses, making it ideal for those looking to upskill quickly. Language learning apps. Duolingo. Duolingo has become incredibly popular, offering a fun and gamified way to learn languages. With short, bite-sized lessons. It makes language learning accessible and enjoyable for beginners. The app covers reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and adapts to your learning pace. It also offers Duolingo Plus, a paid subscription without ads and with additional features. Memrise. Memrise is a language learning app that focuses on memory and natural language acquisition. It uses memory techniques and interactive games to help learners absorb new vocabulary and grammar effectively. Memrise also offers a variety of language learning journeys, from beginner to advanced, and includes video clips of native speakers to aid learning. HelloTalk. For those seeking a more conversational approach, HelloTalk offers a unique language exchange experience. The app connects you with native speakers from around the world, allowing you to practice your target language and help others learn yours. It's a great way to improve language skills and make international friends. Note-taking and productivity apps. Notion. Notion is an all-in-one workspace that combines note-taking, project management, and task management. Its flexibility allows users to create customized dashboards, to-do lists, knowledge bases, and more. With a wide range of templates and formatting options, Notion is ideal for organizing your thoughts and projects in one place. Evernote. Evernote is a long-standing favorite for note-taking and web clipping. It syncs across devices, allowing you to capture thoughts, images, and web articles on the go. With powerful search functionality and the ability to tag and organize notes, ever much easier to retrieve information. Evernote also offers collaboration features, making it great for team projects. Trello. Trello is a visual project management tool that uses the Kanban methodology. It allows users to create boards, lists, and cards to organize tasks and ideas. With customizable labels, due dates, and the ability to attach files, Trello is perfect for managing complex projects or simply organizing your to-do list. Online libraries and research tools. Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a powerful search engine specifically for scholarly literature. It provides a vast database of peer-reviewed papers, theses, books, abstracts, and articles from a wide range of academic publishers, professional societies, online repositories, universities, and other websites. This tool is invaluable for researchers and anyone seeking in-depth, credible information. Scribd. Dubbed the world's digital library, Scribd offers millions of books, audiobooks, magazines, and sheet music covering almost every imaginable topic. For a small monthly fee, users gain access to this extensive library, making it a cost-effective way to read and learn. Mendeley. Mendeley is a reference manager and academic social network. It helps you organize and cite your research papers and discover the latest research in your field. With a built-in PDF viewer, annotation tools, and the ability to sync your library across devices, Mendeley simplifies the research process. Conclusion. The digital tools covered in this chapter represent a small but powerful selection of the resources available to learners today. Embracing these innovative platforms can enhance your learning experience, connect you with a global community, and provide flexibility and personalization to achieve your goals. With so many options, you can tailor your learning journey to your unique needs and interests, making learning an enjoyable and rewarding pursuit. As you explore these digital tools, remember to find the ones that work best for you, and don't be afraid to adapt and try new things. The world of digital learning is constantly evolving, and there are always new and exciting opportunities to supercharge your learning journey. Chapter 10. Create your own learning system. In this final chapter, we will delve into the process of creating a personalized learning system, a set of tools, techniques, and habits that will empower you to become a lifelong learner and continuously expand your knowledge and skills. As an aspiring polymath, developing your own learning system is essential to efficiently and effectively acquire new areas of expertise. Understand your learning preferences. Before designing your learning system, it is crucial to understand your unique learning preferences. Everyone absorbs and retains information differently. Identifying your preferences will enable you to create a system that maximizes your learning potential. Ask yourself the following questions. Do I prefer visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learning? For example, do you learn best by reading, visual, listening to lectures, auditory, or engaging in hands-on activities, kinesthetic? What type of environment do I learn best in? Consider factors such as noise level, lighting, and whether you prefer to study alone or in groups. What time of day am I most focused and receptive to new information? Are you an early bird who prefers to learn in the morning, or do you come alive at night and retain information better then? How do I currently learn new skills or acquire knowledge? Reflect on your past successes and identify the common threads in your learning experiences. Answering these questions honestly will provide valuable insights to tailor your learning system accordingly. Set clear learning goals. Goal setting is a critical step in creating an effective learning system. Clear and well-defined goals provide direction, motivation, and a sense of purpose to your learning journey. When setting learning goals, consider the following guidelines. Make them specific and measurable. Instead of a vague goal like improve my writing skills, opt for something more specific, such as publish 3 articles on my blog each month. This provides a clear target to work towards. Ensure they are realistic and achievable. Setting overly ambitious goals can lead to frustration and burnout. Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps to ensure steady progress. Set a deadline. Assigning a deadline to your goals creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. For example, by the end of next month, I will have completed an online course on basic accounting. Write them down. Writing your goals makes them tangible and serves as a reminder of your aspirations. Place them somewhere visible to keep yourself accountable. Develop a learning routine. Consistency is key when it comes to learning. Establishing a regular learning routine will help you make steady progress and develop new habits. Consider the following strategies when crafting your routine. Schedule dedicated learning time. Treat your learning time as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. Block out time in your calendar and protect it from other commitments. Start with shorter sessions if needed and gradually increase the duration as you build momentum. Create a productive learning environment. Design a space that is conducive to learning. Ensure your study area is comfortable, well-lit, and free from distractions. Let those around you know that this time is sacred and uninterrupted. Utilize the power of rituals. Develop pre-learning rituals to get into the right mindset. This could be something as simple as making a cup of tea, putting on specific music, or doing a short meditation to focus your mind. Break your learning into manageable chunks. Divide your learning goals into smaller, achievable tasks. For example, if you're learning a new language, break it down into vocabulary, grammar, and conversation practice sessions. Embrace active learning techniques. Passive learning, such as simply reading or listening to lectures, has its place, but active learning techniques accelerate your understanding and retention of new information. Here are some methods to consider. Practice spaced repetition. This technique involves reviewing learned material at increasing intervals. For example, you might review new vocabulary every day for a week, then every 2 days, then every 4, and so on. This method takes advantage of the spacing effect, which improves long-term retention. Apply the Pomodoro technique. This time management strategy involves working in focused, 25-minute blocks of time, called Pomodoros, followed by short breaks. After several cycles, take a longer break. This helps improve concentration, productivity, and energy levels. Use the Feynman technique, named after the renowned physicist Richard Feynman. This technique helps you understand complex topics better. Write the topic on a piece of paper, pretend you're teaching it to a child, and try to explain it as simply as possible. Identify gaps in your understanding and research those areas further. Create mind maps. Mind mapping is a visual technique that involves creating a diagram to represent words, ideas, tasks, or other items linked to a central concept. It's a powerful tool for brainstorming, organizing information, and making connections between different pieces of knowledge. Leverage technology. In today's digital age, there is a wealth of technology available to support your learning journey. Online courses, platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and edX offer a vast array of courses from top universities and industry experts, allowing you to learn from the comfort of your home. Language learning apps. Apps like Duolingo, Memrise, and HelloTalk can help you learn a new language effectively. They offer gamified lessons, community support, and opportunities to practice with native speakers. Flashcard software. Tools such as Anki and Quizlet utilize spaced repetition algorithms to help you retain information more efficiently. You can create digital flashcards for anything from vocabulary to historical dates. Note-taking apps. OneNote, Evernote, and Notion are excellent tools for organizing your learning materials. They sync across multiple devices, making your notes accessible anywhere, anytime. Video tutorials. YouTube is a treasure trove of educational content, with tutorials and lectures on virtually every topic imaginable. Subscribe to educational channels and create playlists to curate your own personalized learning paths. Seek out feedback and mentorship. Regular feedback is essential to gauge your progress and identify areas for improvement. Seek out mentors, teachers, or peers who can provide constructive criticism and guidance. Join online communities, forums, or local meetup groups where you can connect with others in your field of interest. These connections can offer valuable insights, answer questions, and provide moral support. Reflect and iterate. Learning is an iterative process, and your system should continually evolve to meet your changing needs and goals. Reflect on your progress regularly and make adjustments as necessary. Keep a learning journal to document your experiences, challenges, and insights. Review it periodically to identify patterns and trends in your learning journey. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, to stay motivated and build confidence. Acknowledging your achievements provides a sense of satisfaction and encourages you to keep going. Be open to experimenting with new tools, techniques, and strategies. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to learning, and what works for someone else may not work for you. Conclusion. Creating your own learning system is a deeply personal and rewarding endeavor. It empowers you to take control of your intellectual growth and continuously expand your capabilities. Remember, the process of developing your system is an ongoing journey of discovery and refinement. Embrace the exploration, stay curious, and enjoy the path towards becoming a lifelong learner. With this, we conclude our exploration of the art of becoming a polymath. May the insights and strategies shared in this book inspire and guide you on your path to acquiring a wide range of knowledge and skills. Happy learning. Conclusion. Your journey as a smart learner starts now. Learning faster isn't about being gifted. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about knowing how to learn and applying those methods with consistency and purpose. Throughout this book, you've explored proven strategies to accelerate your learning, from spaced repetition and active recall to mind mapping, focused routines, and smart note-taking. These aren't just trendy techniques, they're tools used by top performers, memory champions, and lifelong learners to gain an edge in every area of life. But here's the truth. Information alone won't change your life. Action will. The real magic happens when you take what you've learned and apply it day by day, habit by habit. Don't try to be perfect. Just start. Start with one technique. Test it. Tweak it. Make it your own. Whether you're a student trying to ace exams, a professional learning new skills, or a curious mind exploring something new, you now have the roadmap to make your journey faster, easier, and more enjoyable. Learning is not a race, it's a lifelong adventure. And the better you get at it, the more freedom, success, and confidence you'll gain in every part of your life. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Make this the moment you begin mastering the art of learning. Small, smart steps taken consistently beat massive effort done occasionally. Your brain is capable of more than you think, and your future is waiting. Let's go build it one smart learning session at a time.